So with 11, you have f of x equals x to the third minus 3x squared plus 2. So it's a horizontal stretch by a scale factor of 3, and then translation 3 units up, followed by reflection. It should be on the x-axis or over the x-axis, however you want to look at it. So you've got 3 things that are happening. Okay, so 3 things that are happening. Anytime you have more than one x value, then you're going to do it to everything there. So if it says that I have x to the third minus 3x squared plus 2. So the first thing that I have is a horizontal stretch by a scale factor of 3. So it's a horizontal stretch. So what value am I going to take? Is the 3 going to be a 3 or is it going to be 1/3? It's horizontal. Is it going to be what it is, or is it going to be the reciprocal? The reciprocal, right? Because anything horizontal, we always do the opposite. So that means that for every x value that I have, okay, so this is 11. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the 1/3 and x, and I'm going to take it to the third. I'm going to do the same thing. So this is number 11. We'll just start calling it g of x because that's what we're dealing with. So 1/3 x all to the third power. Since I have another x with the squared, I'm going to have minus 3 times 1/3 x to the second power. And then plus 2. Now, what I would suggest with this is to, in this case, since you have multiple things going on, so we can get rid of multiple fractions, things like that, is to go ahead and take the third and the second times whatever's to everything that's in here. So I'm going to kind of have like a step 1a and a step 1b. So like my step 1b, before I move on to my next thing, what is 1/3 times itself 3 times? Nope. 1/27. So I'm going to have 1/27 x to the third. Now I'm going to do kind of all of this together. What's 1/3 squared? 1/9, right? What's 1/9 times -3? Like if I have 3 over 1 times 1 over 9. That's going to make that a 3, right? And that's a 1. So it's a negative, so it's going to make it a negative 1/3 x squared. Do I need to do anything with the 2 on the back end? Nope, it's just going to be a plus 2. Okay? So the 1/3, because it was horizontal, so it had to be opposite. It had to be the reciprocal there. Now from there, I'm going to take the blue one now, and I'm going to do the next thing. So the next thing then says to be a translation 3 units up. So what am I going to do then to my blue equation? Or the writing in blue. If it's going to go up 3, what do I need to do to this function? Add 3. Where am I going to add 3 at? Just where? On the back, right? So like my second step, I'm just going to rewrite it. Okay, so I'm going to have 1/27 x to the third minus 1/3 x to the second plus 5. All I did was add 2 and 3 together. It's 5, in case you were wondering. Then the last thing is going to be here in purple, followed by a reflection on, in, over, whatever, the x-axis. So if it's a reflection, that means there's going to be some sort of negative. Where's that negative going to go? To where? Huh? All of it, right? So I'm basically going to take it, since I'm taking it over, I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to put a negative out in front, and I'm just going to distribute it to every single sign. So that means that g of x, so my new function, is going to be negative 1/27 x to the third plus 1/3 x squared minus 5.